Well, what can we say, Johnny? We can say, I don't want to see your face until the game on Saturday. What did I do? What did I do, you ask? What did I do? You're the one who, after Tuesday's game, had to say for the fan reaction, oh, they may never lose again. Bye, get out. Hey, Preds Nation, Johnny here. Yeah, this is something new. I'm shooting the fan reaction video before the game is over. Yes, it's been great that this team is 16-0-2, but barring a miracle, and if you're seeing this, obviously the miracle didn't happen, they are losing in devastating fashion in the desert against the Coyotes. Right now, it's 6-3 as I recorded this with 10:19 left to go in the third. What the heck happened? You know, and there's plenty of blame to go around. I'm not angry. I'm just exhausted yet disappointed with how this team is playing in this game. They started great. They were up 2-0. Jason Zucker getting 2 goals against his former team. And what? Did this team think it was just going to coast? Okay, you guys showed on Tuesday, despite the comeback, that there were some flaws you had to work with in this game. And this is a Coyotes team that is hungry and wanting to play with pride down the stretch going into next year with all the stress that is the uncertainty with their arena situation. Okay? Let me bring up the box score. How the heck, after you went up 2-0, did you fall flat in your face, allowing the Coyotes to score 2 unanswered goals there, McBain and Cooley? And yes, I will admit, that was not a too many men on the ice call in the second period, mind you. Oh, see, this is just, I'm just so frustrated right now. I'm getting my periods mixed up. And I didn't get to see it. I'll just take the word of many, many Preds fans on Twitter who told me this because I got stuck on NHL Center Ice watching the Coyotes feed. And duh, of course, they didn't show me the controversial replay. And then when the Coyotes went up 4-2 with Cooley's second of the game, and then the Preds got a power play back that was probably a makeup call for the too many men on ice being bad. When Nyquist scored, it's like, oh, okay, they're going to figure out, nope, they didn't. Because then it's 5-3 by Bustad on a breakaway. And hey, let me start going through where the blame lies coming into this one. I questioned it previously with goalie starts that I thought that Florida game last week, Saros should have gotten that one. I probably would have given Lankin in the Seattle game. But hey, Bruno, that worked out for you. But I think I mentioned this if people go back into my fan reaction videos, the last 3 or 4. The Coyotes game, a team that you always struggle against, in a building you always struggle against. Lankinen should have gotten this game. And again, with the Vegas game on Tuesday, Saros was shaky in the first period, even though he was great in the third and kept the team in it. They were outshot in that third period as they came back to win that game dramatically in overtime. But with that sign being there, and with Colorado coming up on Saturday, a Colorado team who lost 2 in a row now. They lost to the Habs, and now they lost to the Rangers. They're going to be pissed off. Why the heck didn't Lankinen get this game, Bruno? That's one of my questions for you. And then, yeah, Lankinen's playing in the third period, but Saros shows that he should have been rested. So, especially because the Saturday game against Colorado is going to be an earlier start. 4 o'clock local, I think that's what it is, because it's 3 o'clock my time is when that game is going to start. That's going to be a possible first round preview for this team. So I question that goalie decision. And then in this game, Saros, could you make a save to try and instill some confidence in the guys in front of you? Basically, every goal I think you could have stopped. And the defense was terrible. Cooley and Keller and Bustad skating circles around our what was supposed to be solid defense. The only defenseman I can't criticize for this game was somebody who was back in the lineup after being injured. Dalgaiso got sent down to Milwaukee. Thank you so much that Spencer Stastny is back. Please, God, don't let him get injured before the playoffs. But Yossi was bad. Lazon was bad. Don't even get me started on Tyson Berry and Luke Shen, who led to the first 2 Arizona goals in the first period. Ryan McDonough, what are you doing on that power play that shouldn't have been early in the second period that led to the Coyotes' first lead in the game? Oh, and I would love a stretch of at least 2 consecutive victories in Arizona, much less against the Coyotes franchise in a season. Okay? I don't know why this team is so snake bitten against this franchise. I have respect. They're my brother's team. But especially with a playoff race that you have now climbed yourself back into, having before this game, having 18 games in a row where you've recorded a point. And teams behind you, yes, you've got a bit of a cushion, but you got barely no help on the out-of-town score, but you had to keep pace. Minnesota won. It's going to take a miracle. St. Louis, still relatively in it. They won in regulation. And LA did you a favor by losing to Edmonton, and you needed that cushion in case they fall back into the wild card. And you know what? You could have been within 2 points of Winnipeg because Vegas did you a huge favor after collapsing on Tuesday by going into Winnipeg and beating them. Oh, God. Well, we'll see. Hopefully nobody gets seriously injured. And, one last thing I'll do that I would criticize John Hines for in the past, and I'm going to criticize Andrew Burnett for in this game, when it was becoming 4-2, and then it was 5-3 after the Preds had cut it to 1. Bruno, a timeout would have been nice to settle these boys down and not just leave it up to comments on the bench or in the dressing room. As for the upcoming schedule, they play Colorado on Saturday in Colorado. That's going to be a hell of a game. Last time you had to play Colorado this regular season, thankfully. And then next week, you've got Boston coming to town. They're fighting it out for their division, much less hanging on to home ice advantage. And then on April 4th, a team that's going to be desperate, that hopefully you can put that team out of its misery since you gained nothing on them in this game, St. Louis. So, time check. I'm waiting in between a review. But at least tonight, I'm going to get a good night's rest, not having to stay up doing multiple jump cuts, because this team decided to finally end it. Hey, they couldn't hit 19. That was special for Milwaukee. Applaud them for the point streak, but now you have to pick yourself up and dust yourself up and get your head back into the game for Saturday. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click a like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it, even though they had performances like this one. You can find my social media as always, where you can interact with me during every Preds game by clicking on a channel name. Tell all your friends about Redemption and that they are still a playoff team despite efforts like this. And on a happy, positive note, have a good, happy Friday with your family if you celebrate what tomorrow is. And I will talk to you guys Saturday night, hopefully with a much better effort to talk about.